Hi guys, Dr. Berg here. In this video, we're going to talk about tinnitus, ringing in the ears, okay? I'm going to teach you a technique. It's not mine. I didn't develop it. I've found some data on the web by a guy by the name of Dr. Jan Stridham, okay? So he developed it. I don't know where he got it from, but it seems to be pretty successful for tinnitus, okay? It's called the finger drumming technique. Maybe you already saw it. But I'm going to alter the technique just a little bit. I mean, you can try it both ways, but I think this way works a little bit better. It involves kind of a stimulation of the 8th cranial nerve. The 8th cranial nerve comes out of the brainstem deep into the skull, and it's called the vestibulocochlear. This is the nerve that affects hearing, and if there's a problem with that nerve, you can have ringing as well, okay? Now, in my other techniques that you probably watched, or maybe you haven't, a lot of the principle of getting rid of chronic pain, for example, is to work on another part of the body, okay? Because you have this kind of the stuck energy that it keeps hurting over and over, and to release it, you don't work on that area, you work on the mirror image side. This involves the same principle. So you're going to be working on the back part of your skull that matches this cranial nerve at the level of the brainstem where it comes out, okay? And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers like this on the back of the skull, and you're going to just take your pointer fingers right on the middle finger and then just flip them like this. And I'm going to demonstrate that just like this. Okay, you're going to do it like this. Okay? Now, here's the thing. The location is very, very important. If we take a look at where this nerve exits on the brainstem, it exits at the level of where the ear is right here, where the hole in your ear is right here. If you draw a line in the back part, you're going to go right around the ridge of what's called the occiput ridge. It's a little, like if you take your fingers and you just feel on your skull, it'll actually go and then it just sinks into your neck, right? Well, there's a little ridge there. The bottom, that ridge is at the level of where your ear is. That's where you're going to be thumping or flipping your fingers and tapping, okay? Right at that point. So you're going to take your middle finger and go just above it, and then you're going to let your first finger kind of flip off and together stimulate that point kind of fairly close to the midline, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to rate the severity of the ringing or hissing noise, okay? So let's just say 10 is like off the charts, really, really bad. 1, there's no ringing at all, okay? So you want to first rate it. So go ahead and do that right now. What number you got? Let's pretend you have a 5, okay? So now we're going to do this technique. He says to do it for about 40 to 50 times. I'm going to suggest you start out with doing 20 times, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. So you're going to do it 20 times, so you're going to do this technique and just flip your finger and kind of pulse right at the level of your ridge on the occiput. Okay? You're going to do that for 20 times. Then you're going to re-rate the severity. So it was a 5, let's say now it's a 4. Okay? So then you're going to repeat this procedure. Do it 20 more times. Okay? Now reevaluate. How is it now? It's a 3. Okay? Do it again. And you keep repeating this until it's completely gone. Now, you may find that you have to do this 4 or 5 times to get rid of it completely. There is a chance that it might not work at all. So if it doesn't work the first time, it's probably not going to work at all. But if it's going to work right away. Okay? So that's the simplicity of it, but you want to keep repeating this. And I would do this every single day until it stays gone. Okay? So go ahead and try that. Put your comments down below.